So there was this time, and I was online. I was looking up different spas that were in the area around where I live. I was looking up different spas around where I live, different massage places, places to get facials, etc. And then I came across this one place that I had never heard of before. So I went to go onto the website, and I got sent on to a place called Backpage.com. So you might already know what Backpage.com is. It is a website that no longer exists, and back in the day, Backpage was basically a website that was designed to connect girls that were being sex trafficked, or maybe men too, with possible customers. So yeah, this could be independent people, independently run, independent individuals that are trying to sell themselves, or it could also be, you know, more like a bigger business, for lack of a better term. So Backpage, yeah. I am immediately greeted with this page with all sorts of like really bizarre emojis and bold letters and all sorts of words that say things like sexy girls, like indicating their ethnicities. They're like emphasizing like descriptions of different body parts, and kind of using a lot of terminology that is used to disguise what the intention behind that business was. Immediately, I was really disgusted, and I have had many experiences in helping and also like attempting to assist girls escaping from that lifestyle, escaping from being trapped. There's a lot of different signs that indicate whether or not somebody is there against their will, and I'm probably going to write a description for you to read at the end of this about that, just so you know the signs. So I was immediately horrified, because all of the times that I had been helping out with those cases, I was overseas. I was in the Philippines, I was in Thailand. I had also witnessed a little bit of it going on in different countries, like in Spain, Turkey, as well as I think parts of Africa and also Guatemala. So this is something that like really hits home to me. So immediately I call the local police to that town. I don't call an emergency number, I called the non-emergency number because I didn't need immediate assistance. I talked to the officer and I told him exactly what I had seen. And he so he was not fun to talk to. So I told him everything I had seen. I gave the address, the name of the business, I had phone numbers, I had everything you needed to know. I had the website, absolutely everything.
And he said, yeah, this probably isn't, like, actually a thing.
And I was like, yeah, but you should really look into it. And he's like,
no, it's, like, probably fine.
And I was I was so angry. I was so angry. So at this point, I was kind of at a loss because I didn't know if action was going to be taken in those times. What I did is I looked up a few different websites for investigation that looked into suspicious cases for human sex trafficking and all that. So I went on to like maybe like 2 or 3 different websites that were for local investigations, and I submitted into electronic anonymous forums about what I had seen. I was very in-depth and descriptive. I had the website, I had all the receipts, I had images, and I also had phone numbers, addresses, everything you could possibly want to know about it. And I just submitted it all forward, and because I was really anxious that this case was not going to be investigated enough. So because I had discovered this website called Backpage.com, I decided to go onto the website where it had a whole slew of everything that was local. And I'm not kidding, it was like thousands of places. It was thousands of individuals. It was thousands of different people being sold. And so I didn't have time to submit everything, but I just submitted as many different cases locally that I could find like a solid amount of information on, whether it be phone numbers, addresses, etc. Some of them were individuals, so I really couldn't do much with that. Also, those people are more vulnerable and they're more independent, and it's harder to get them out of it versus if they're doing that willingly versus somebody that is forced into it through kind of like a ring and like being tricked to come there. A lot of the times, a lot of foreign people get trapped in these scenarios, and it's quite disturbing. Anyway, so I submitted as much information as I could, and I just got really exhausted after submitting a few, like dozen cases. Anyway, so about 2 months later, I found a news article that reported that Backpage had been shut down. And maybe I can find some information on that I could submit here as well. A little more details about Backpage. This happened quite a while ago. So I was really, really excited. And I shared my excitement with my friends publicly on Facebook, and immediately got attacked in the comments by one person in particular. Now, I'm going to say this, 99% of those comments were really positive, really fun. 99% of those comments were really nice and encouraging and like exciting, but one of those people didn't seem to have an understanding about the case that I was talking about. So I'm going to give a list right here indicating all the signs that somebody or an organization is partaking in human sex trafficking, which is against the will. Even if it was something that they were willing to do, I would just, a little side note, say that it is illegal even if you are willing in this country. So there's that. the cases should be handled appropriately, because women often get trapped in these scenarios if they're doing it willfully because they feel as though they don't have a choice. It could be a lack of education, resources, family support system, so many different reasons. Regardless, it's still illegal. So there's that. So Backpage was shut down, but as far as I could tell, the specific spa that was nearby where I lived was not. So about 5 months later, and the facility ended up getting shut down, and I was like really, really excited about that. Some news articles came out much later, like a year later, so I didn't know about it for the longest time. There was a full trial, and it turns out this spa had been breaking lots of codes in violation as far as a business goes, as far as legalness goes. Yeah. So that's that story. If you or anybody else is in danger of human sex trafficking, I will link some resources down below. Hopefully I can add some reading for you to get on that as well. And yeah, I have a lot of really crazy story times. I didn't realize it right away. I'm hoping to make more of these. I'm thinking about calling them stories you wouldn't believe. Yeah, so there's that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.